Politicians promise anything, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise you, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise anything, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise you, make you not believe in them. Inside their mouth, truth to know they. Inside their eyes, corruption they. Inside their heart, wickedness they. Once they get into power, now when the time for gain, now in their brain, then we type one man will change. In the name of change, why? Change. They combine those with change. Politicians promise anything, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise you, make you not believe in them. If they say make you vote for them, make you look well. If they say make you vote for them, make you shine your eyes, oh. Them promise us water, we don't see. Up till today, we don't see. We not they get water. Yes. They promise us light, we don't see. Up till today, we don't see. We not they see the light. At all. They promise us road, we don't see. Up till today, we don't see. Jaga road we dey see. Yes. So promise then they make. When election done, they come to deceive the.
All right. Welcome to 360 Opinion, my people. How are you today? I greet you all wherever you're watching me from. I know sometimes when I come to program like today, it might be kind of a little bit earlier, I don't usually come on live program like at this time of the day. But it is what it is. I want to say, how are you doing, every one of you, wherever you're watching me from? For those of you that's watching me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, I say, how are you doing? All right, today's another day. Let's talk about it. This is our country. How's everything is going on with you over there? How you guys been coping? Today's Thursday. I don't have much problem. I just have to say my mind. Okay, let me drink water. It's not Friday yet, so we can't be drinking beer. It's still during the week, so we just have to, take it easy. Drink some water, cool it down. Everywhere is hot. How are you, everybody? For those of you that's watching me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or Twitter. And for those of you that want to call into the program today, you know the number as usual. +1 817 677 8210. Only on the WhatsApp. Okay, you can call to that number. Tell us what is going on in your area, how you feel. If you have something you want to contribute, let us hear it. Before we jump to today's program, I have a little video I have to share with you about the just analysis about the Labour Party. We know how we're doing. You know how we do it. For those of you that they are obedient families, we always play the video, and then we have somebody that always analyze those videos for us. Let's give the credit to the net media. The net media always analyze this video for us, which is good. So it let us know what is going on, what the expectation is. And to the obedience family, I know today they do the obedience, the Labour Party lawyers. They did their Thanksgiving in Abuja today. It's what to do the Thanksgiving. Some people will be like, why are they doing the Thanksgiving? What is the Thanksgiving for? What's the point? Trust me, if you know what these lawyers go through in the hand of the Nigerian government, throughout this case in tribunal, all the days, weeks they use in tribunal, if you know what each lawyer passed through, what they escape, you will understand that they deserve to do the Thanksgiving. So when I see them doing the Thanksgiving, to be honest, I think it's worth it for me. That's just my own opinion. It might be different to yours, but in my opinion, it's worth for them to do the Thanksgiving. That the God still save them, keep them alive, and nothing happened to them for all the period of their tribunal stuff. So I have a video from the net media I'm gonna play for you. You enjoy that video for the meantime, and then after that video, we're gonna come back and talk about whatever that is going on in our society. We're gonna talk about the soldier that the Nigerian government are putting together. They want to take them to they already sent them to Sokoto to go and prepare how to attack the Niger. There's a leaked document that was leaked within the militaries. They deliberately leaked that information because those boys also tired. They don't want to go and fight any war that does not belong to them. But like I always say, the politicians don't care because their own children is not among these soldiers. Their own children is not among this military. So they will send any case to go war fronts, to go fight and die for nothing. All these boys understand, they knows that. That is why they leak that information deliberately so that the whole country can see it and make a lot of noise. Probably that can stop the government before they send them to the war front to go and fight unnecessary war. Okay, so we're gonna talk about it. I've come to last time when I come to my video, I said something about it. People like some people don't want to hear the truth when I said if you have anybody in the military right now, you should start asking them to write their wills, talk to their family, put things together because the government is going to send them to the war front. People don't believe it when I said it. Now people believe when the leak come out from the military about the document. Like as usual, the government is going to deny it. The military, the top military official already denied that information is a false. How the government do. They never come out with the truth. They always lie. They always deny it. Like I always telling you, if you believe them, you are your own. That's your own fucking problem. I don't believe them. So, like I said, never believe the politician, whatever they told you. So, before we talk about it, before we talk about what is going on in our society or in your country, for those of you that's watching me on YouTube, I'm really sorry because I'm going to step out once I play this video. For those of you on YouTube might not be able to see that video because for those of you on the Instagram might not be able to see that video because you're on the Instagram. But I'm still trying to find out how I can share you those videos. But for now, you in the Instagram guys, just bear with me. I'm gonna play that video for every other people that watch me on Facebook and the YouTube. After that video, we're gonna come back and analyze it. The video was put together by Net Media. Let's give the credit to Net Media. They always put those videos together for us. I really, really appreciate the guy because we don't have access to the cards to record the live program, but he always puts the transcript together for us to make sense. So, like I said, there's a lot of pressure on APC. They knows that, but they are trying to do everything in their power to throw all the case from tribunal away because they have the power, the state power now to go after anybody. So, but that's still not going to stop us to keep talking about the truth and fight for the truth. We have to keep saying it, okay? Either they like it or they don't like it. You keep saying it, okay? One day, the truth will be always prevail. So let me play the video for you guys, and then we're gonna come back to talk about every other thing in our country. Give me seconds. All right. Hopefully the system is not gonna be that froze. Please share this video, like it, like this program, share it. Let people join us. Please call some friend, call the family, let them join us for this program. Okay, I really appreciate you guys. So let everybody join us. For now, let's watch this video. Okay. I think the video lost the voice. I'm
Less
gonna
than 10
okay. I'm
years
gonna
before the date of the election to the office of president, he
push it
has been
back a little bit
convicted
so
and
you can
sentenced for. From what happened in court
enjoy it.
yesterday, it seems that Tinubu's counsel muddled the waters and to some extent tried to misinterpret the constitution. Let's see the section of the 1999 constitution that talks about the different grounds for disqualification of a presidential candidate, and specifically the one that talks about the 10-year statute of limitation. You can see it clearly applies only to the offenses that can be classed as dishonesty. And when a person was convicted by Code of Conduct Bureau, it says, within a period of less than 10 years before the date of the election to the office of president, he has been convicted and sentenced for an offense involving dishonesty or has been found guilty of the contravention of the Code of Conduct. Or, so you can see the reason all the subsections are separated by the use of the word or, so they can't be lumped together. The Constitution sees these offenses covered under this subsection as minor offenses that should not prevent someone from contesting for elective positions after 10 years it happened. You can see this difference in subsection 1D, where it mentions fraud and no longer code of conduct. This is because fraud can't be classed as misdemeanor because it's a serious offense. It goes on to add, by whatever name called, or for any other offense imposed on him by any court or tribunal, or substituted by a competent authority for any other sentence imposed on him by such a court or tribunal, or, and it goes on. As you can see, this addition is a blanket cover to cover all serious offenses. So any serious offense that a judge deems to fall under this section, the person must be disqualified. Obviously, they've categorized what you can call misdemeanor on one side, and on the other side, grave offenses have been categorized. And under subsection 1D, you can see that there's no provision for 10 years or 20 years, like in subsection 1E. Even if the statute of limitation should apply to all offenses, anything related to money laundering and narcotics should never be acceptable from persons aspiring to lead others, whether it's local government chairman, governor, or president. When politicians steal public money, the next step to legitimize the stolen money is to launder it. So you can imagine what will happen when a known money launderer who opened several accounts to launder money from narcotics proceeds occupies an elective executive position. He will simply help himself using his experience. Going by what Honorable Justice Samani said yesterday in court, it has become clear that they will not disqualify Tinubu based on narcotics proceeds worth $460,000 he forfeited to the US government because it has passed 10 years. That judgment against him was in 1993. That's 30 years ago. Yes, his statement was intentional. And if that will be the verdict on that particular disqualification ground, it poses a serious problem because when candidates present themselves for elective positions, it is left for the citizens to make research on them. Like this past presidential election, we had four major candidates. Most of the candidates engaged the citizens in debates and TV interviews just to project themselves and market themselves in front of the electorate. Apart from that, citizens still dug into the past of all the candidates to know them better, to know what they are capable of doing, to know if their thoughts and aspirations align with their own. Because when someone wants to lead you, you have the right to know the past and predict the character of the person. Even if the person actively tried to hide his past, you still have the right to use the internet or other media to get information about the person. So now you can now say, oh, I've known this man, he did this, he did that. With all that information, you can now say, yes, this is the man I want to vote for. This is the man I think will lead Nigeria to greater heights. So in essence, what it means is that it is the citizens that disqualify candidates at the polls. If a candidate fails to win the highest votes in an election, that means the people didn't vote for him. The people voted for another candidate. So ultimately, it is the people that disqualifies a candidate at the polls. Whether a political party turns a blind eye and says, no, this man didn't do this, he didn't do that, and still presents him as their flag bearer, the ultimate power to disqualify that person lies with the people when they go to the polls. Now, this poses a second question. What about when a candidate is disqualified by the people at the polls and INEC ends up rigging the election in the person's favor? What happens in this situation? The candidate or the candidates the people voted for will go to court to reclaim their mandate. So that means we are back to square one. Going by the INEC allocated votes, it's obvious that Tinubu didn't score the majority of votes, unlike in past presidential elections where the winner always had the highest votes, majority of the people voted for the person. Also, when you add the more than 8 million votes that INEC suppressed in order to push him to first position, his winning percentage becomes even lower. It gets worse when you calculate the fact that these votes allocated to him are not lawful votes. So it's clear that he doesn't have the mandate of Nigerians to lead. So how can the people who disqualified a candidate at the polls get justice from the courts? Yes, despite what the Honorable Justice said, it is just one ground out of many that Tinubu is facing for disqualification. If the person forged a certificate, is there in black and white, just like the 10 years? Or are they going to free him based on technicality? It is obvious that he forged this certificate. Never mind the fact that his lawyer is saying that there is no oral testimony from the university that proves that he forged it. But the proof is there. He submitted this certificate, no one submitted it for him. And it's quite different from the one that came from the university themselves. So the proof is there. They should not free him based on technicality. That would be sending the wrong signal. That means someone can forge a certificate tomorrow and maybe go at the back and tell the university not to come and testify that he didn't come from them, and he will win in court. Now, going by their strict interpretation of the Constitution, it means that nothing will prevent Tinubu from being disqualified because he failed to appoint a new vice presidential candidate 14 days after the first one withdrew, which is in violation of the Electoral Act and the 1999 Constitution. This one is not in contention. Even his lead lawyer agreed in one of their replies that he indeed failed to appoint Shetima before the expiration of the 14 days. And it is a constitutional breach. And it is now beyond the Allied People's Movement. They can't even withdraw it. Yes, they brought the evidence before the court, so the court must hear the matter and make a decision. It's just like the police and the public prosecutor charging someone for a crime and bringing all the evidence before the court, and the court have seen the grievous crime committed by the person. They now apply to withdraw the case. No, it doesn't work that way. They must give reason that will satisfy the court before they can allow them. In fact, in some circumstances, the court will never allow them to withdraw such a matter. because it has become open. They are now aware that the person committed the crime and they must do their job as justices of the court. They will not allow a crime that was committed against the people or the constitution go unpunished. Going by the no-nonsense and strict way Honorable Justice Samani interpreted the Constitution, Tinubu must be disqualified because of his invalid candidacy. APC didn't have a candidate in the past presidential election. Apart from the disqualification hammer that will definitely fall on Tinubu's candidacy, the court must still decide who won the election. Going by the evidence before them, the petitioners proved that INEC suppressed votes to the tune of more than 8 million votes in order to push Tinubu to the first position. To prove this, they submitted INEC CTCs from many states. They also submitted their party agent copies that covers more than 10,000 polling units under the 18,000 blood results. In these polling units, they won massively. That's why INEC suppressed the votes in the first place. Because if those votes are counted and added, Labour Party will not be in the position where INEC put them in their allocation. They also submitted Beaver's report in many states where overvoting occurred. Yes, Labour Party, PDP, APC, all the parties will lose votes when results in places where overvoting occurred are cancelled. Yes, the fact that Labour Party submitted this evidence proves they won the election. If they were not sure they won the election, why would they submit Beaver's reports that proves overvoting when they know they will lose votes when these results are cancelled? It is to show you that they know that truly they won the election despite all the cancellations that will happen in overvoting areas, that they still came out tops. So it is the duty of the court to look at all the evidence, going by the promise made by the presiding judge during the pre-hearing, that they will look at every matter based on their merit, not based on technicality. It is hoped that they will do the right thing despite what happened in court yesterday. It is interesting to know that the Honorable Justices understand the interest of Nigerians in this petition. A huge burden rests on their shoulders to resolve this election, to bring this presidential election to an end by looking at the evidence before them to determine the winner. How the respondents defended themselves in court wasn't a surprise. It all started before the campaigns. All the other candidates were going to campaigns, speaking to people, trying to convince them. They also went to debate each other. Only Tinubu dodged all debates. He never faced any opposing candidate in a single debate during the campaigns. Even interviews, the only major interview he granted was to BBC. And guess what? The same BBC he trusted and gave an interview later compiled results from Rivers State. And you know who won? Labour Party and P2B won Rivers State. What did INEC announce? They announced Tinubu and APC as the winner. This evidence is before the court, also of Benue State. INEC announced APC as the winner of Benue State, despite their own results, both on IREV and hard copies, showing that P2B and Labour Party won. So these are many instances. We are not even talking about Lagos, all the other places. So it's obvious that INEC suppressed the votes of the Labour Party and pushed the other candidate to the first position. So in a nutshell, you can understand that the rigging of this election was planned well ahead of time. They knew that they can never win a free and fair election in Nigeria because the same party under Buhari administration mismanaged the Nigerian economy. Look at the price of goods. That's why they didn't bother to campaign. In some campaigns that Tinubu attended, he said he wanted to dance, just dance. The opposition capitalized on the mess they created. Look at the insecurity challenges that are still going on till today. On top of the hard times that Nigerians are experiencing, they still remove the fuel subsidy without warning. This is a party that have been in power since 8 years. They failed to build one single refinery to refine our crude oil so that they can buy the crude oil in Naira. The high cost of petrol is unjustifiable in Nigeria of today. What were they doing all along? They couldn't repair one single refinery out of the four we have. No single solution to anything, and they think they can win a free and fair election. They didn't think it, they knew. That was why they planned ahead to rig the election. Remember how the same party opposed the use of technology in the conduct of the election. Eventually, the Buhari administration forced it to pass. At the end of the day, INEC failed to use the same technology to conduct the election. So it was pre-planned right from day one. Block the upload of presidential election results, write the results by the side, move on without opposition, despite the shouts by oppositions, just announce the results, we'll go to court and find excuses. If we can buy INEC officials and security agents, all that, why won't we do the same thing to the judiciary and get the results that we need? Without prejudice, there's still hope that the honorable justices will do the right thing. They will do justice to the petition. Not just them, but also at the Supreme Court, going with all the evidence and the judicial precedents by the same Supreme Court. They cannot abandon all this just to favor one man. They should think about the consequences of their actions. The whole country, not just the petitioners, are looking up to them to do justice to the petition. People who aspire to lead should not come through the back door. The election was a test of popularity, and it's obvious who is the least popular. How can that person end up being the winner of the election? Thanks for watching.
All right, let's welcome back. Uh, all right, let's get back to the reality of today. Okay. Uh, I hope you enjoyed that video, every one of you, wherever you watching me from. I've seen people have been texting me message. They want to try to call in. Okay, I understand. Just give me some minutes. Okay, before you guys start calling in, I want to give me 1 minute, cause uh this this internet this internet is a little bit slow. Okay. All right. So far so good. Okay. I know it's kind of a little bit busy day. So let's hear from people that want to call in. Let's hear from people that want to call in, and let's see what they're trying to say, and then we can discuss. Some people are already trying to send me the message. Want to call in? Let's give me seconds. We may have a caller that trying to call in. This internet is kind of a little bit want to slow today, but we're gonna work with it. Okay, we're gonna work with it. Let's pick some calls, and then we can hear whatever the people want to say and what is going on. Okay, if we have some calls, all right. Let me see what is going on here. Okay, before we get a call, so like I said, let's talk about the the list of the people the uh, Mr. President Summit. I know I always telling you that the judicial the legislative that we have, they are just a rubber stamp. You know, our senates are just rubber stamp. And you see, everyone that was sent by Mr. President, they're just going to approve them. they're just going to approve them, just give them the kind of pass to let them, it's called let my people go. Okay, someone might want to call in on the video call, but let's see first what we have here. uh I have this. Okay. This internet is a kind of the I don't think it's the internet. I think it was a system that's kind of a little bit slow. So let's see who is trying to call in, if we're going to hear them, and then we can bring them to the live program. And then I will be able to. Okay, I think I see it now. I don't know who is trying to call in, and then whoever call it, we can bring them to the live program. Uh, so I'm telling you that these people, they are just a rubber stamp. Okay, whatever that the list that Mr. President submits, they're not going to do anything about them. Either they are qualified or not, they're just going to rubber stamp them. That's what they're going to do. So they are rubber stamps. So if you think uh, the list, someone like El Rufai, that a lot of people have the petition against and question about his character and other stuff, these people already giving green light. That don't worry about whatever anybody saying this Senate. You're gonna get passed. We're gonna approve you. But I expect the diversity that we have in the Senate now, the other parties like PDP and the other Labour Party member and the other minority party member, to be able to grant these people, to push, to ask the right question, even though the APC is going to give them the rubber stamp approve, but they should be able to ask them the right question. Let them come out and answer some question. That is what I believe. That is what I thought supposed to happen. But for what we are seeing now, it's just as usual business. Like I always said, a lot of people believe them. I always telling you, don't believe these people. They are nothing but a full of liars. If you try to believe them, you on your own. That's your own problem. Never believe them, but if you try to believe them, you on your own. That's it. But regardless of the situation, okay, we just have to angle in their tides. Like I tell you guys, the storm is coming. It's going to be kind of heavy. Okay, somebody's calling. Somebody's trying to call us. Do we have a missed call here? We don't. All right, we don't have a missed call yet. Somebody's trying to call us. Okay. Okay, for those of you that are trying to call into the program, the number is +1 817 677 8210. Let me see. +1 817 677 8210. Yes, that is the number on the program. So let's find somebody that was trying to call us. If we can call them. I think uh I think it's in the other side. Let's find someone that's trying to call it. Okay. Okay. All right. We are expecting call that is coming in. Okay, why do we not have that call? All right. Okay, that's somebody else. For the meantime, that when we are trying to figure out what is wrong for people that was calling us, trying to call us in, let's enjoy the music. Okay, let's enjoy the music, and I'll be right back when I'm trying to figure it out. People want to call in, and I'll be right back.
Politicians promise anything, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise you, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise anything, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise you, make you not believe in them. Inside their mouth, truth to know day. Inside their eyes, corruption day. Inside their heart, wickedness day. Once they get into power, now when the time for gain, now in their brain, then we type one and we change. In the name of change, why? Change, change, change. They combine those with change. Politicians promise anything, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise you, make you not believe in them. If they say make you vote for them, make you look well, well. If they say make you vote for them, make you shine your eyes, oh. Them promise us water, we don't see. Up to today, we don't see. We not they get water. Yes, yes. They promise us life, we don't see. Up to today.
All right, we have somebody here that's trying to call us online. Let's hear them.
Hello?
Hello, caller.
Hello? Hello?
How are you
Hello?
today? Can you hear us?
I'm fine. Hello?
Welcome to 360 Opinion Program. You are live on the
Okay.
program. We know you might not start hearing us when we start the program. I don't know if you hear it or not. But on this program, we share the opinion based on what is going on in our country. We all own this country together. And we share our opinion based on what we know, what we hear, and what is going on in our own environment. So, like I said, you might want to have one or two things that you want to share with us about the situation in Nigeria right now, which I believe every one of us supposed to say something. Okay. To be honest with you, the country at this time are sitting on the keg of bombs, as we all knows. So I'm gonna give you the window to be able to say something, what you think or what you expect that the government should do with the situation that is going on right now in the country. Are you there? Hello? We are losing the network with the callers, but let's see if we are able to connect. Hello? Hello? All right, we lose that caller. We're gonna wait to see if another caller is gonna come in. For those of you that want to talk, to come on live program, like I always said, I have to send you the link so that you can join the live program and share your own idea. If you want to show live, but if you want to call on the phone, you just have to make a call. Call on the phone. The number is right there, plus 817-677-8210. So you call us and then you share your own idea about what is going on. you don't have to show your face if you don't want. If somebody that's bold enough that want to show his face and tell us what he knows, what he thinks, we bring it to live program. We let you share your own thoughts, your own opinion about the situation that's going on in our country. So we are having a network issue today. It's kind of somehow. For those of you that send me the message, I'm going to find the time to get back to you and reply your message. Please bear with me. For those of you that's watching me on YouTube, thank you so much. On Facebook, I thank you. I appreciate you. For those of you that's going to watch this program later, I thank you too. Please share my program, like it. On this program, I don't do recorded program. I do live program. Okay. The reason why I do live program is because I don't pre-record. I come on live program. I share my mind, my thoughts, my opinion. We talk about it live. We don't do pre-program. Okay. And if we have anything we need to share with each other, we share it on the live program. Okay. That's what I believe. So I'm not a blogger. I'm not trying to do this program because I want to make more money or I want to, no. So I'm doing it just to let you understand that there's a lot that is going on in our society that we need to keep talking about. If we don't talk about it, nobody will talk about it. And the politicians, the people in power, they don't know, they don't understand what we are going through. So to them, they believe everything is okay. But we have to let them understand that it's not okay. That is the reason why we always come online and say this. There's a lot of people that have something they want to say about the situation that's going on in Nigeria, but they're too scared because they don't want the Nigerian state to come after them. But there's nothing wrong if you share your own opinion. Opinion is free for anybody, like we always do in this program. We share our own opinion. We let the people tell us what they feel. So I'm talking about the Niger. For the government trying to send some military to the Niger, trying to do the military intervention. It's not going to work, okay? Because the Niger Republic, they are a very small country and a very small population. But guess what? They have a land mass that can make them move from their south to the north and stay away from our military attack itineraries. But our people that were very close to their border has nowhere to move to. People in Sokoto, people in Katsina, they have nowhere to run to. So it means if the war happens between the two countries, we're going to be the one that's going to lose a lot. That is just the realistic, because we thought these people don't have the military power. But that's a lie, because these people have been backed by the Russian and indirectly by China. And the Western countries not going to give them any military power they need to fight. They're not going to give us military power we need to fight in our country. That is just the realistic of the thing. So if you think it's okay to go on the military fight with these people, it's not okay. We need to say the realistic. We need to tell the truth. That is not okay. A lot of people might think that's normal. It's not normal, because the war is not like a local fight. It's a war. And when the war started, nobody knows how it's going to end. We all know the beginning of war. We don't know how it ends. So it's good if they can talk to each other in a democratic way. If they can say, if I was told that they said that the Nigerians have sent some envoys to to go and negotiate, okay, that's okay. That's good. That's a good idea. That's a good move, because they have to shut out the issue in a democratic way, okay, not in the military way by weapon to weapon. So it has to be in the way of democratic align, and then, or let's say, when the two countries talk to each other in a mutual agreement, these people that just overthrow their government, they're not going to give the power back like that. They're not going to reinstate that president back. They might go on new election to re-elect new president, but they're not going to reinstate that president back or his cabinet. Those people have gone because they have seen them as a corrupt politician in their country and they want to eliminate them. Even if they don't kill them, that's their luck, because they might already have a plan to kill every one of them. So if Nigerians trying to negotiate diplomatic way to say, hey, let's make sure you put this president back to power, or no, it's not going to happen with the military that just overthrew their government. No, because if they did that, if they try to do that by any means, that president or that government will come after them and kill all those military that carry that coup. So they're not going to do that. What they can do, the best they can do, is to make sure the new election happen. If the new election happen, then the new president might emerge. Probably they can allow that. But to give the power back to somebody that they just overthrow, it's not going to happen. So if Nigerian government want to be serious and negotiate diplomatic way, they're supposed to understand that. So they can say, okay, diplomatic way, you guys need to run the new election so that the new democratic president can be emerged. If Nigeria cannot go in that way, if ECOWAS cannot go in that route, if they're trying to go in the harsh way route, they're going to lose, because the Russian and China have been trying as much as possible to put their foot in Africa, and China have been doing that by economical way, trying to give Africans some money, borrow them some bunch of money that they can't even pay back for infrastructure. Russia have been doing that by giving some African Francophone country, giving them military power to kick out their slave master out of their country. So you can see that the war that is going on in Africa now is between West and the East. So that war is looming between the West and the East, between the Russian, China, and the West. So if any African country don't understand this and try to be in the middle, they're going to use them as a battleground for this war. They're not going to fight the war in their own Western country. They're going to use African as a battleground. So that is why we are shouting. That's why we are making noise. Like, our government should not engage on something that is unnecessary to them, or something that doesn't concern them. That is our point. Hopefully they're going to listen. Hopefully they're going to hear what we are saying. If they don't, we are sorry. If they don't listen to the citizen, our cry, they don't listen to every other African country's cry, not to go on the war, we're going to be the one that's going to lose bigger. So we're going to be the one that lose bigger. And whenever the two elephants fight, the bush is always lose. This politician will send their own case to somewhere. They will send their own case out of the country. That is the funny part of it. Their own case is not going to be here when everything is going down south. So, for this reason, I want to, before I jump to something different, okay? For those of you that's texting me, I won't be able to reply you on text message. It's better when you call in to this program, and then we can ask you some questions, okay? You can tell us what is going on in your own area, okay? But I will not be able to pick up your call on this your message, because I see a lot of message here, but I will not be able to reply you. So, like I said about the nomination, the president nominate, to me, they know what it is. 50% of them are the one that want it, but the remaining 50% are just a bunch of same old cargo, same old people that we already know them before. So I don't say anything special on them. So, like I said, on this program, before we go today, we always come on this program and, talk about it. We don't want to spend much time. I'm going to come back to the program later tonight again. And then whatever stuff information we have, I'm going to bring it to you. When I have this information, I share you this information, about the military stuff that's going to happen. I share my opinion on it. Some people don't believe it. Some people believe what I said. But if they don't, if they do or they don't, that is their own issue. That's not my own problem. Mine is just to share my own opinion on based on what I hear, what I know, and it's left to you to believe it. You can put two or two together on my discussion, and then probably that might benefit you. So before I go today, I would really appreciate every one of you for wherever you're watching me from. I know we have a bad network today. My system was kind of a little bit slow. Hopefully it's not about to crack. Or probably they are flashing me down, trying to flash this program. Like I always telling you guys, I don't really bother about the people that are flashing me. This is not my first time they close my YouTube page, or everything. So we rebuild it again. So as long as we are talking the truth, we share our own opinion based on the truth, and we don't accuse anybody. We're going to be always prevail. So for those of you that's going to watch this program later, please share this program, like this program. You can even put this program on notification. That means whenever I come on live program, you will be notified. You will know. Just in case you have something you want to say to or you want to contribute. So you can meet me in the live program. You put on notification. It costs you nothing. Nothing. You just click on this, subscribe. It costs you nothing. You can subscribe to my YouTube. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And then you can follow me on Facebook. Like my page. So like my page, and whenever we come on live program on Facebook, you put it on notification, or on YouTube or on Instagram, so that you can be notified, and then you can join me live, and then you might want to have some 2 or 2 questions you want to ask, or 1 or 2 things you want to contribute. That's a good thing about this program. So you can share your own opinion. Sometimes people want to come on live and show their face. That's a way to do that. I will send you the link and we will share you live. People can watch your face like you are in the live studio. If you just want to call in, you just call in, and it's a WhatsApp number. You use WhatsApp, you call to that WhatsApp number. We will hear your voice and you talk about it, which is good. And then you can share your own opinion. So I thank every one of you. Wherever you're watching me from, wherever you're calling from, I really appreciate that. So we're going to come back later today, and we're going to do another program, and then I will join you there. I will give you ahead before I come on live. I will give you the put it on the events ahead, so that you will know that I'm coming to the live program. So I thank you, every one of you. I appreciate you for wherever you're watching me from. As you all know, my name did not change. I'm still your man, Mr. Opinion. Never right, never wrong. Everything we say on this program, it's my own opinion, and I have right to it. At the same way you have right to your own opinion, I appreciate you all. I see you later in the day. Please hang in there for the storm that is coming. We're all going to survive it together. Love you guys. Peace out.
Politicians promise anything, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise you, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise anything, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise you, make you not believe in them. Inside their mouth, truth to know day. Inside their eyes, corruption day. Inside their heart, wickedness day. Once they get into power, now when the time will gain, now in their brain, then we type one man will change. In the name of change, why? Change. They combine those with change. Politicians promise anything, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise you, make you not believe in them. If they say make you vote us light.
We don't see.
Up till today,
We don't see.
we not they see the light.
At all, at
They
all.
promise us road.
We don't see.
Up till today,
We don't see.
Jaga Jaga road we dey see.
Yes, yes.
So promise and they make.